I the villain for telling a mom that if her son dies, it's her fault? I, 25 female, work in a stable. On Saturday mornings, we have beginner groups for kids that want to start riding. They and their parents gather for about 1.5 hours every Saturday. When the kids have their first lesson, I teach them the 3 rules that must always be followed. 1. No running in the stables/around the horses. 2. No screaming in the stables. 3. Never ever walk up/stand behind a horse. This new group had their 3rd lesson today. Usually, the kiddos are good at following the rules and listening to what I say. If they don't, their parents typically step up and get them to behave. But I have this one boy who's been a problem since day 1. He's loud, he runs, and he's very disruptive. After the first lesson, I pulled his mother aside and asked that she help keep him calm, and if he was not listening to me, it would be beneficial if she told him off. She didn't listen, as we had the same issues last week. This time I told him that he would not get to ride the horses if he didn't listen to me. He threw a tantrum. She didn't help. Today I was dreading teaching him, and I don't know if my patience was wearing thin or if he was worse than usual, but it drove me crazy. At one point, he's bolting ahead toward a horse facing away from him. Before he can get too close, I grab his arm and pull him to a stop. I guess I held him a little tricky because he yelled. His mother storms up to me, catches her son, and tells me not to touch him and how dare I do this to him. I tell her he's a danger to himself and others. She disagrees and argues with me, and at this point, I'm fed up and tell her that if he dies in this stable because he scares a horse, it would be on her. She's furious and grabs her son and storms off. The other parents seem relieved that he's probably not coming back, but when I tell a friend about this, she calls me effing psycho for saying that to a mom. Am I the a-hole?